There's a lot of options you can go with for protein. I try to get something I don't have to put a ton of time and prep into. I usually stay at an Airbnb because it's more comfortable. There's like a bathroom and stuff, but you may or may not have a stove. But I'll usually pick up a good selection of different Greek yogurts that are fairly high in protein, and I'll pair those with eggs, or sometimes just eat them alone as a breakfast. But it's nice to have those just sitting around to grab and go for quick breakfast if I want. Now, something I also will throw in the mix for snacks through the day are these. I've talked about these before on the podcast. These are low-fat mozzarella string cheese, and I get those not because I care about the fat, but because they tend to get less slimy and they don't go bad. So I'll keep those in the pack and take those with me for different snacks to have throughout the day whenever I'm traveling or if I've got meetings. So let's keep looking. You could do, and I've done a variety of different cereals before, but one thing that I will generally use as my go-to instead is just some of these instant oats. And I will put these kind of with anything, whether it's dinner. I usually will buy some eggs, some yogurt, have a bowl of oats. It's easy to pack. I'll make the oats the night before, refrigerate them, and then dump them in a to-go container before I leave in the morning, and have those as a breakfast if the place that I'm going doesn't already provide breakfast, or I'm not at a hotel that has it. Lots of hidden disasters in this aisle, but I usually do grab, sometimes I just bring it with me, a big bag of almonds, and then I take them with me as snacks as part of like the cheese sticks, and then some jerky, which is also in this aisle. One of the cool things though about these almonds is you can buy them in, I don't see them in front of me now, but you can buy them already pre-portioned. So if you're trying to pay attention to a particular calorie count or something like that, it's easier to do whenever you already know the portion sizes. And you can see there's a massive wall of jerky. I tend to favor ones that don't have a bunch of nitrates because they give me a headache. So it used to be tough to find, but now it's fairly easy. And it's kind of it for my snack aisle. One thing I always get is just a bunch of fruit, apples, oranges, bananas, really just about anything that'll travel well, because I can put it in a backpack, and if I have meetings or conferences all day, then it's easy just to pull out. Pretty cheap, stores well, doesn't need a ton of refrigeration or prep. So that's one easy go-to. Now, since we're over here, the other thing I'll usually grab is a bag of salad mix. Now, you got a lot of options, right? You got like shredded lettuce, all sorts of stuff. I usually get these kits though, variety of different like flavors that are in them, and I like those because they come with like some fun little add-ons. So you're not just getting lettuce, and they come with the dressing too, so you're not having to buy that plus a bag of dressing as well. So that's one tip. Let's keep looking. So I kind of told you that I will get those salad mixes, and that tends to be just like stuff to have at home for dinner, or sometimes I'll even take my lunch with me. Now, I used to get these rotisserie chickens, but they're kind of a mess to chop up, so I started buying it already chopped, right? And then I will just, sometimes for lunch, just take a piece of fruit, some yogurt, throw some of that chicken on top of the salad, and then you've got a nice quick lunch while you're traveling. A couple other things that I get, it took me a while to dial this in, but I will get some knives and forks or silverware. If I go to a bigger Walmart, this just happens to be like a neighborhood Walmart, then I will buy actual silverware, and usually a knife that I can like slice fruit and stuff with. They're 50 cents to $1 a piece, so it's paid itself back many times, although we've accumulated a lot over the years. The other thing that I'll do is I will come in here and buy some Tupperware. Now this is $4 for 10 pieces, and on short trips you don't need anything like that. I paid $3 for some disposable ones whenever I was in Reno, but I will buy these just to make sure that there's something for me to take my food in if the places that I'm going aren't already providing it. And so again, like if you're going somewhere where it's a conference and they have food, then you can certainly make do with what they have. But if you're traveling and they don't, and trying to save money, trying to stay on tack with your nutrition, then taking your own is far and away the easiest thing to do. So Here's a few tips. These change on every trip. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less, but I will generally have at least those staples and build around those. And it's nice to just have a system in place that I don't have to think about once I land somewhere. Hope that helps you.